Welcome back to the channel, to Middle Age Mavericks. I'm Stephanie, and I know it's been a long time since we posted a video, but we've had a lot of updates. You can see we have the exterior up of our house, but before we look at the house, let's see what else is going on at the homestead. We still have our solar trackers and our additional solar panels. This middle tracker has been giving us a little bit of trouble. It doesn't seem to want to track with the sun. It stays in this slanted position, and so my husband has been working on troubleshooting that one. But since we increased our panels with these additional 12 and we increased our batteries, we have been doing really well during this summer, running our AC 24/7, running everything in the trailer. We did lose power during these recent heavy rains. I think we had rains for 3 days straight, and on the third day we ended up running out of battery power, which I thought was pretty good considering we had no sun for those days. We had to run the generator overnight, and then the next day the batteries charged up really quickly, so that was really nice. My garden has been producing really well. I ended up pulling up one tomato plant that made these little tiny little tomatoes that they weren't worth the hassle of picking. And so otherwise I have a grape tomato and a Roma tomato. The zucchini have almost petered out for the summer. See, I'm wearing my beach hat because I had to wash my outdoor hat. It got a little nasty after wearing it every day, and it's so hot down here that you come outside and you start sweating immediately. But I do have watermelons that I have been picking. We picked our first watermelon a few days ago. Only reason I picked it is because something had been eating it, and I didn't want it to be a complete loss. So I picked it, and we ended up eating it, and it was very good. I have 4 more watermelons that are growing. Cucumbers are producing sporadically. It's a pretty small garden. We've had a couple of bell peppers, but it's getting ready to end its summer season, and we'll start preparing for the fall garden probably in another month or two. And hopefully next year I'll extend my garden out this direction, out toward our compost pile. That's the plan, so that I can get more vegetables. This was the first year that we were actually living here that I had a garden. I planted it the first year we bought the land, and then wasn't here enough to maintain it, so everything died. This year was pretty good. I need to work the soil a little bit better, add a little bit more compost to it before I plant. Today I think I'm going to fertilize the garden and hope that we can still get some vegetables into the late July. I also planted a little herb garden. I have basil, cilantro, and dill that have been growing. I use the basil quite a bit, and cilantro I use also in a lot of meals. I still have my lemon tree and my orange tree. My orange tree hasn't produced any blossoms or fruit. Maybe it just needs some more time. The lemon tree has a ton of lemons, but none of them are ripe yet. I guess they just take a long time to ripen. You want to put a black mask on? You want to hide your face?
Yeah, and then my voice.
You want me to mask your voice too?
Yeah, like.
I understand that this is it was something that happened a long time ago.
Okay, so tell me what happened to it.
The wire to the primary actuator that goes east to west on the actuator here broke off.
That's not good.
So it goes to this one. So it gives it a signal to come this way when the sun is on this side, on the east, and it'll track it all the way. That's why the other ones are tracking the sun. But for some reason, I don't know how it happened. We have had some high winds and stuff like that. So it looks like these wires came off the inside So there's another wire inside this little linear actuator motor, and I'd have to take this whole thing off and then look in there to see if I can find the wires and then solder them together and see if I can get it back to working. Other than that, it's going to be in this position
Indefinitely?
Indefinitely, either north or south,
I
but it'll
see.
never
I
come
see.
back to this position to follow the sun in any direction.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
Either that or we buy another one. So
That's not going to happen.
so
Wonder if we can just get another arm piece, because look, it comes off. See that piece?
yeah,
Wonder
Well-
if they would send us another one.
like this.
Yeah,
Oh, they can.
yeah.
They can.
Well, that might not be a bad idea.
For a price, yeah.
Yeah, but it can't be the
It-
cost of the whole thing.
No, they're not. I don't think that they're that expensive. I think they're like maybe $20 or $17, something like that. You actually can find them
Amazon?
in Amazon, because EcoWorthy does a lot of business through Amazon, and they have the parts for this, and they know they do break, following certain high winds, and we've had some storms out here.
So, without further ado, let's take a look at our house. So this is the front. We might have to trim that tree up there. It is a small house. I wouldn't say a super tiny house, but it's definitely on the small side. And that was our goal. We didn't want a big house for two reasons. One, the bigger it is, the more it costs. But two, we don't need that space. We want a smaller footprint, with being off-grid mostly except water. We wanted to have a smaller house. So this is the front and the side, and then we come to the back. Back door, back window, and then the other side. So it's essentially a rectangle. And now I will take you inside. We have doorknobs, we just haven't put them on yet. So we're holding the door shut by tying it off. You'll have to imagine when we're done, there'll be a deck wrap around the house. That'll be our goal. So this is the front door. You walk into a little entryway and then right into the kitchen. So our laundry room, second bedroom. We have a closet in here. Come back out. Of course, this would be the kitchen. This is the pantry. And then we walk into the living area. And the second bathroom. Going to be small, but there should be room for a shower, a sink, and a toilet. And then we walk over here. Our master bedroom, and then master bath and closet will be in here. Real simple house. That's it. That is the house. It is about 1,000 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1 kitchen, 1 living. And today we're going to be working on puttying all the nail holes on the outside. There's a wasp flying in here. All the nail holes on the outside so we can paint, because that is going to be our next step. That, plumbing, electricity, insulation, sheetrock. Still a lot to do in building our house. So the next task is to fill every one of these holes with putty. And they go from the bottom to the top, and there's a million of them. imagine that is about as fun as watching paint dry. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching and for staying subscribed for updates to our channel. And hopefully we'll get a new video out sooner than later. And again, thank you for watching.